Alrighty, guys, today we have to talk about the hacking situation. It's only getting worse, and it continues to get worse. And we just don't know when things are going to change. We have been given somewhat of a timetable, a couple of months, for them to add their robust anti cheat, according to them. Well, exactly what they said, as posted up on screen right here. They said this themselves, that it would be coming within the next few months. Now, do I see 1v1.LOL surviving if nothing happens? No. As simple as that. If nothing happens, this game is going to become that game that you play only when Fortnite is down to have your build practice. And not only that, but there's better options in this game that are related, like Build Now GG, that might pick up more traction since this game is literally dying. It's crazy how there are tons of players playing the OG version of this game over the actual game. You would think that the developers would maybe take a look at that and say, you know what? Maybe we do need a few, make a few reverted changes. Something like that. Anything. But no, they just continue to move forward. Now, why am I talking about this and why do I sound so angry? So the only reason I sound angry is because this is really, really hurting my content right now. I have so many ideas for content, and I cannot do a single one of them until at least the bots and Showdown have been removed and it's actual players again, or they at least get rid of the hackers so I can play 1v1 Clash without losing 20 trophies. I lose 20 trophies each time I lose in Champion 3 and I cannot get into Elite. Otherwise, I have to play Showdown. I either have to play Showdown over 1v1 Clash, which it's just all bots, so there's no content there, or I play against the hackers and maybe get a 50% chance that I get the rank up that I need. It's impossible. It really is impossible right now to make content. Now, does that mean I'm going to stop making content? No. Your boy is still going to be making plenty of content. I do have a few other ideas that can hold me off for the next month or two, and my project is actually going to be the next big thing that's going to be driving my content forward. So, what happens with that project? Because this project is going to be huge and it's going to have nothing to do with any public matches, so we can ignore all the cheaters. We can get past all the bots. We don't have to worry about any of that stuff. If you guys want to know what that project is, make sure to stick around. And on Saturday, the trailer will be dropping officially at 1 p.m. EST. So make sure to stop by there. Anyways, now since we're at the end of the video, I'm going to be going ahead and giving a few ideas for the developers possibly to see and, probably implement into the game that could probably save the game. Now, of course, I'm going to start with the anti-cheat. They need to bring this anti-cheat. I know that they said that they're going to do it, but I need this anti-cheat to happen. Because they have in the past told us that something was coming on a certain timetable, and then it never came. Just like when Chapter 2 for 1v1.LOL dropped, they said it would drop sometime in the summer. Then all of a sudden, it went from summer all the way into late fall, early winter. We need that anti-cheat. We need it on a decent, timely basis, even if it was 6-7 months out, and they give us like a huge heads up on the delay. I would be fine with that because at least they are working on something and they're working on it hard because they're taking a lot longer to work on it. But if they just come up with some lame excuse or say nothing after a few months, I just don't see this game carrying forward in the long run. Now, we've been saying for a long time that it's not going to carry forward in the long run, but I believe that if they just add the anti-cheat, that would solve the mass majority of people's issues with the game. Now, we're going to move on to removing bots. Now, I don't think that removing bots completely is a great idea, only because there are players down in those lower ranks who need bots to practice and get better. So, the one change that I would suggest for the game is to remove bots from anything platinum or higher, unless the queues are absolutely dead. I don't want to deal with having to fight bots and elite. I thought this was supposed to be the trophy road, the ranked mode that they just added. It was fantastic last season. And the rewards are even better this season, but there's no way of grinding it or making content out of it without including bots in the content. So it's really hurting a lot of content creators right now, especially. I mean, you see people like Bug World going into Fortnite and playing games like that, and you don't see Westrom around anymore. You don't see all these other big creators. You only see a couple, maybe like Harmony, and they're not even doing public match content. They're out there doing custom content only. Now, there is so much that you can do with customs. However, there is so much potential left in the public modes that all they have to really do is just remove those bots and increase the chances of someone creating some crazy content that might drive more attention back into the game. Now on to my final change that I have. Please, we need the custom loadout to be reverted from customs. Now I know that there is a way around in customs to host like tournaments and stuff like that, but nobody wants to sit there and constantly PC and screen check somebody's settings and loadouts constantly to always make sure that they have the correct, loadouts that is required of them. Because a lot of tournament servers are doing weapons capped at level 10 and stuff like that on new accounts, and then you can't upgrade it anymore and then equip 0 armor, so it's an even playing field. But there's only so much moderation you can do with that, especially on an online space. It's very difficult to moderate, especially through a Discord. Most of those are held through Discords, and it's really, really difficult. Even though it's already difficult as it is to host tournaments, especially for a lot of people who don't have a lot of experience. Removing that would be very nice for the game. It'd be fantastic because it just doesn't belong in customs. It really just does not. As a whole, I think in public matches, it's a great addition. It's amazing. You're able to create these different loadouts, new content. You have grenade launchers. You have all this other stuff. And then maybe you can keep those other weapons in customs, but make it to where you can control the loadout that you are putting out. Specifically in there, however, remove the armor and keep it like a classic mode, just with all the new weapons and you being able to choose what you want. And of course, there's another thing that they could add, kind of like adding on to this a little bit, how it's customs and stuff. They could just add a creative type mode, where it's a mode where you can adjust the rules exactly how you want it. So you can adjust the HP, maybe not something as crazy as where the zone goes, maybe just the same zone on the same map, like it's just regular zone, but you control like the game rules and the weapons and stuff. That would be fantastic, and with the spectate mode would be even better. Tournaments would pop off, there would be so much more content to work with, and overall it'd just be fantastic to work around as a content creator. Anyways, boys, that's enough yapping for me. I know it's just more of a rant, kind of, more than an actual video. Tomorrow we'll be returning back with a 1v1 Clash video, and over the weekend we'll be having the trailer announcement dropping on Saturday, as well as my setup tour coming out this Sunday for our 1K subscriber special. Once again, thank you guys so much for getting me to 1K. We have been blowing up like crazy the past couple months, and I'm going to continue to ride that, and we're going to continue to move forward and head on our way to 2,000 subscribers. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.